Hey everybody, welcome back to Big Ambitions. Hope you're having a great day today. I'm just chilling here under the street light, taking in the city sounds. 11:30 at night, and I want to see all of our stuff just come to life and work. So, situation, delivery happening in 20 minutes in game. We have Grow Me Slowly, completely out of burgers, is what it says, right? The last video, we set up the headquarters. We got our purchasing agents to be doing things with ordering various different things, and it looks like, you know, they're assigned to the warehouse and they're going to bring in all these things, and here's the warehouse stock, etc. And we're going to repeat that order every 7 days. I may need to do it faster, so it's possible we bring in more or more frequently, or we just do bigger orders. I don't know. You do more frequent small orders if you don't have a lot of shelves. You don't have a lot of shelves in your warehouse. You can do less frequent larger orders if you have more shelves, right? It's all about how much storage you have, pretty much. And then the logistics manager is then going to take the supply that's in that warehouse, coordinate with the drivers that are available, which in this case is just the one, and deliver it to Grow Me Slowly. We should see a minimum of 400 burgers being popped into this place. And I can actually increase this if I want to. Let's say I want to have a minimum of 600 burgers in stock there. And we can do 600 fries as well, just to see. And so let's see what these guys do with that as the clock ticks in. So we should actually, let's make sure real quick before we let that happen. Let's make sure that this isn't happening. Yep. So this is delivery Thursday. We're gonna shut this off. We don't need any more deliveries from the New York distribution. And same thing with the Grift. We never had deliveries here, so that's fine. And for the most part, we probably just need cans brought in. So I guess what I'll do here real quick is we'll go into headquarters logistics manager. You can have up to 2 destinations here. So we'll also have destination to the Grift. And we're not going to have cheap gifts or expensive gifts in this warehouse just yet, but we will have paper bags. And so I'm going to tell this location to say that you always have at least a minimum of, let's say, 600 paper bags in stock. And then also for soda, let's have a minimum of 200 soda. Let's just do 2 boxes. Let's say a minimum of 120 soda in stock in this place too. So again, she will then manage this location at the same time. She's able to do up to 3 destinations. And so we need to get more businesses. And so our focus now is going to be getting more businesses. So right there, just pause really quick. As soon as the shipment from Seaside Internationals comes in, those things go away because the order from Seaside Internationals just came in, right? We now have all the resources that we just ordered are all in stock right here. And some of that stock has been pulled out. Soda cans have been pulled out. French fries, we ordered 4,000. There's less than that available here. And so we didn't need very many because the store already had some in there because I just delivered it yesterday. And you can see the various different stocks that are included in this. Soda cans, we were at a pretty good deficit there, so it took them out. And so logistics manager did their job, and you can see now that the warehouse stock is here and the minimum stocks are all listed here. If I go now to this tab, we now will see how many days do we have until the business predictably will run out. In this case, it's 8 days, 7 days, 7 days, and 13. As long as this is 7 days, I'm happy because we're having those deliveries happening every 7 days. So as long as we're not running out in 6 days, I think we're fine there. So that's great. So now our businesses are finally getting taken care of for us in a manner of speaking. And so we can now focus right on the bigger picture, which is getting new businesses established. And I'm totally going to do that, but I have $33,000. Let's real quick check and see whether or not it's worth paying off any of our loans. I really don't think it is. Like, we just have, like, here, how about this? We'll just say that we pay 50 on each of these, and we'll just pay them off in like 18 days. Now, like, it's not worth it. I've got lots of money. We can just clear these, right? That's the whole point of, you know, gaming that system like that. It's just allowing us to clear these loans off really easily. So now we have what, 5 loans? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 more. Apparently there's a lot more than I thought there was, but we'll just clear off a couple more, right? Just get out of debt, right? No big deal. Let's grab some food. And I'm going to go ahead and do some stuff for fun really quick. Go walk in the park, right? We can now relax and enjoy our life just a little bit more, right? And, you know, what's enjoying life without maybe getting a different vehicle? right? I could go and get a van, and I am going to drive over and get a van. You know, I don't really need to drive over. I think I'll... Yeah, I kind of live... I live in this really awkward place where getting to the subway is just as close as getting to the location, and so that means I don't need the subway. Oh, the subway's been moved. There used to be one over... Oh, never mind. It's right there. Okay. Well, anyway, we're just going to go, yeah, to the General U.S. Trucks. I'm going to get another van. We're going to need that van eventually anyway, just to put it in the warehouse dock for another driver and everything. But, you know, I can get that van for me, too, because if I'm going to establish a new business, I'm going to need that van. I also think it's probably worth calling City Works, which is 9 o'clock. I think they're open now. Yep. And I think it's worth trying to find an HR manager to handle scheduling for the new business we're about to do. So let's find 3 of them over the next 2 days. All right, there we go. And we can get them formally trained. I believe HR managers can handle more employees. A bigger number of employees, the greater the skill they have. I believe that's what it is. We can check that with F1 really quick. Oh, wow, there's pass-through of my mouse. Okay, hold on. Pass through on the mouse movements, but not on the clicks. So HR manager, yeah, defines how many employees they can handle and how much automatic employee training costs. How much automatic employee training costs. So if there is an ongoing expense that this person is going to be doing, like the purchasing manager, I want to have them as highly trained as possible. So we can spend money to train them so that we don't have to do that. All right, so with 24,000 left, I'm just going to have one more of these trucks. I'm going to use this for myself for now. We're going to have it be this blue color, and it's going to be my truck, or my van here, and we're going to use this to establish the new business. And the new business, at the moment, I think, I'm not sure the donut shop is the most profitable thing to do, but it is something that's in high demand. I was thinking about instead doing a grocery store, because that's another thing that takes like a lot of logistics and a lot of moving around, right? You start using this warehouse, start using the different vans and stuff we have. But there's another business that makes a lot of money too, and that's a jewelry store. Provided there's demand for it, a jewelry store could be a really big thing to do. So let me just real quick check on demand. Frozen food is a really high demand. Donuts are still massively up there. Cheap gifts are rising. That's interesting. Jewelry kind of looks like programming fee, lawyer fee. So like we don't want to do any programming or lawyers or anything like that right now. Clothing store is just too complicated. I don't really like jewelry stores, mostly because there's so many different SKUs to manage, right? Classic cheap male, modern cheap male, classic cheap female, modern cheap female, classic expensive female, classic expensive male, classic or modern expensive. There's 8 different SKUs for the clothing store, which it makes sense. I'm not saying that's a bad way to implement it in the game. It makes sense that there'd be a lot of variety of clothing. I just think it's more difficult to manage at this stage to do that, and I don't know if it's going to be as profitable as, say, you know, going in and doing cheap jewelry is going up here. So 77% on that. The expensive jewelry, I bet, is probably pretty low. Yeah, there's only one business for it, though. We set that up before, too. Frozen food is a big thing. In the grocery stores, this is a big thing. So fresh food and frozen food, pretty high demand. I think a grocery store could be interesting to try out, because we can bring it in from the food importer that we're already using, right? We just bring in that food, and then we use this van to facilitate it. So if I was going to set up a grocery store, where would I put it? I actually feel like getting out of this neighborhood and branching out into another neighborhood. So why don't I go retail, and let's find a place that has a lot of room, that can handle a good customer flow. Not that one. 42 is not bad. It's a pretty small grocery store, though. I kind of want it to be a little bit 40, 32, like right next to the park is kind of, oh, over here, sorry. Right next to the park would be kind of interesting. I don't think it's big enough for me. Yeah, I guess it could be. Wait, is this an office? I don't want an office. It's supposed to be retail. This is a retail building? Where's the stock room? I think this is the wrong preview. If that's a retail business, it doesn't have a stockroom or a bathroom. That's interesting. Okay, so I'm kind of torn between 2 locations for our grocery store here. It's just down the road from a house. So instead of going this way to the restaurant, we just take this way and turn left, I guess. And it's one of these two. It's a little bit into the city. It's in a different neighborhood than I'm used to working in. We're kind of getting closer to the bigger buildings now. It's between these two locations here, and they actually are pretty different. So this has a 40 traffic rating, as does this, but the capacity inside is significantly different. This one can take up to 40 per hour. This one can take up to 75 per hour. Let's take a look at them. So this is our customer capacity of 40. It's going to cost me $120 daily rent. And a preview shows what looks like an office, right? So I don't exactly know where the stock room is on this. So we'll just have to keep the shelves along one wall, and then everybody else can shop without the shop. I don't know, like it just doesn't have a traditional stock room. And this is a pretty good value. 40 customer capacity for $120 in rent. That's not bad. Electrical appliances is $300, and the deposit is $3,600. But if you take a look at this building here, the size of this building is insane. The deposit is $12,000, so that's already a lot higher. It's going to take most of my money to do that. And electrical appliances is $630. Here's the daily rent, $421. But it can handle 75 capacity, and this building is enormous. I mean, here's your stockroom kind of thing over here, but the building is enormous. And the problem with this building and kind of the way the system works in this game is that there is almost no incentive whatsoever to fill this with stuff that's actually going to matter for my store. And the bigger this is, the more I have to pay to decorate the walls and the floors. And like, yeah, I can go, I have to spend a lot of money on just the atmosphere, the environment of this building in order to actually make this work. But at 75 customers per hour, this building could make us a killing if I properly invested in it. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I don't exactly know which one of these buildings I want, because on one hand, this one looks like, it's 120 for rent, 40 capacity, okay? But the other one, yes, it costs more than 3 times the rent, and certainly, it costs 3 times the deposit as well, for less than double the customer capacity. But that customer capacity will hit every single hour, and if you're selling it right, I don't know, I can't decide. But I think right now what I have to do is just get another business on the books and get one going that I can actually afford. And so for that reason, I think I am going to go with the smaller one, even though I kind of want the bigger one more, because I need money to actually equip it too. So we're going to take this one instead, I guess. And I don't know what to call the grocery store, so I'm going to leave this up to you guys. Leave me a comment down below in this video. What should the grocery store be called? And so if you take a look at the different competitors that are in this market, if we go all the way over to supermarket, you can see there's only one competitor in the entire neighborhood. And we can only sell fresh food, frozen food, and soda cans. That's the only thing this entire building can do. And so to have a gigantic building like that and only be able to sell 3 different products, I don't know. I'm really hoping for the game to introduce combination stores in the future. I can open up something like a Walmart where I just have everything in there. I can put a giant building like that and say, okay, well, I have a food section, I've got a toy section. Ooh, a toy store would be kind of a cool business too, wouldn't it? So it's all sorts of different things in there. But right now we can't do that. So for now, I can always rename the business, I think. But for now, I'm just gonna call it Charmart. For now, that's what we'll call it. And I'll let you guys, change the name if you want to change the name of this. But this building's limit is 40, so we need to outfit it for being able to do that. And we only have at the moment, we only have $14,000. And this $14,000 isn't really going to go towards this grocery store right away, okay? So the Charmart business has no products to sell. There's all these alerts and stuff for Charmart. That's fine. But at the moment, to get ourselves set up with Charmart, we're going to need appliances and everything, right? And so we can head over to the typical appliance store here to get appliances for that. But before I do that, I'm actually going to whip a Yui because I'm going the wrong direction. No, I'm not. I just need to turn left here. I'd like to go back to AJ's for the moment because I think there is a better way to spend the money that we have at the moment. I think there's a better way to spend it. And that is to get hot dogs starting to sell and get pizza starting to sell too, right? We have the ability now to activate that provided we, buy the equipment for it. I'm not entirely sure how many pizzas we can buy. or how many pizzas we can sell with, you know, a single pizza oven. I'm hoping that the number of pizzas we can sell is 30. That's what I'm hoping, because that's the building maximum, but I don't know that. So we need a pizza oven. That's $10,000 for a pizza oven. I really hope that this thing can handle 30, because that's a lot of money for a pizza oven. Or I get 2 hot dog grills. I have hot dogs in stock. I'm actually going to do 2 hot dog grills instead for now. So we need, for our hand truck, we need the following. We need a cabinet. We need 2 hot dog grills. And we could do a product panel or something, I guess. Wine shelves, bakery, industrial. Like, grocery stores are also expensive to set up too, by the way. Right? Industrial fridges are $13,000 a piece. The freezers, right, are $20,000 a piece. So they're very difficult to set up too. I'm actually wondering if the restaurant booths, I don't know, like, does that do anything? What's the incentive of buying this over the tables and chairs, I wonder? I don't know. For now, we're going to get the hot dog grill set up. But, so, anyway, we have a third business. We can kind of start maybe getting it, you know, going. I realize I'm just paying rent on that building right now, and it's kind of like I shouldn't have done that yet, sort of thing. But I wanted to get it into this video so that I can get your naming ideas. And that was really silly. There's no reason to go that way with it, because the business that we want to go to is right over here. So with $8,000 in the bank now, having paid off those loans a little bit, with $8,000 in the bank, cabinet with drawers. Place the cabinet. I mean, we can go there, and then we can move this to be here, I guess. I don't know. Let's move. There's not a lot of room in there, is it? I'm gonna have to move it. Let's see if I can, if the game will let me. Will you let me move this cabinet? Yeah, move it to here. Can I move you to here? Yep, and then move you to here. Move the. I gotta move all this stuff to make this work and fit. Plus, there needs to be room for the pizza oven too. So really, this needs to be scooted out a lot more, doesn't it? Okay, well, it's clear to me I have some reorganizing to do. So let me do that really quick. I'll be right back. Okay, real quick. It doesn't look like there's an easy way to reorganize a place that is open 24 hours, because as long as there's somebody on this post, I can't actually move anything or remove the content or anything like that. So the only way for me to actually do this right now would be to go into Grow Me Slowly and go into the schedule, and then just say, you know, it's what, almost 2 o'clock. So I have to go in on today only, Tuesday at 2 o'clock. And then I just need to kind of do this for a second. Annabelle, yeah. Do the kind of this for a second. And then as soon as I do that, we should have people leave. Very close, almost, and leave. So now that there's nobody there, I can move it. It's a little bit weird, but that's kind of how I have to play that. And so I'm gonna kind of move my body out of the way here real quick, and then it looks to me like I'm unable to move I can't move myself. I can move this and then move the camera, so that's fine. It's just gonna snap back over to me anyway, so move my body over here, I guess. Okay, so let's see. How do I want to organize this? We need room for everything, and so I would say probably what we could do is we'll move this plant over here, get the drink machines, and I'm gonna place those, I think, right over here to get them out of the way. The 2 drink machines there. Move the counters forward a little bit more. I can't do because that customer's in the way. So please move out of the way, customer. You're not wanted here. That's right, the customer's not wanted here. Come on, leave. Fine, hang on, I'll make you leave. Okay, now that you've left. I know you can't find a cash register. All right, so move this out this far now. All right, that should give me, I'm hoping, enough room to fit the equipment that I want to fit in here. So let's go into manage storage really quick. Let's get the hot dog grill. We're gonna place that on the counter here. Let's also stand here, please. We're going to have this moved over to this counter. There we go. And then another hot dog grill will go over here. I'm trying to do this as fast as I can. That's why I'm pausing it. I want as little time to pass as possible so I can get people back to work. So we'll put that there. Now, to get the pizza oven, we'll probably go here. The 2 hot dog grills are there. That's good. We have the hamburgers are there, and then there's the 2 fryers. And I'm wondering if there's a better usage or better way to do these fryers. And I think there is. I think it's going to be like this. I'm going to take the 2 fryers and put them here and probably right where I'm standing. Actually, I think the pizza oven could potentially go... It doesn't have to go up against the wall, I don't think. Pizza oven. You know what? Let's put the 2 fryers like that instead. Hey, this is better. Yeah, this works better. This works better. So we'll just say that 2 hot dogs are there. There we go. The burgers are there. And right there. That leaves plenty of room for the fryers. And then now the pizza oven can go over here. So there's plenty of space back here for these guys. We can scoot this back just a little bit more. I think that will be good enough. And then everything else that's in the restaurant can be reorganized once people are... Whoops, I just moved the light. I don't know if I want to move that light. I'm pretty sure I don't. Can I... Yeah, move it. Oh, I don't know where it was. That doesn't line up with anything. It doesn't line up with any light. Well, that's not my fault. Hang on, maybe it is. Hang on, if I just... like that. There. I moved it. Whether it stays there or not, I have no idea. All right, this adds a lot more space, which is good. And then interior designer, let's go in and... I haven't actually done the walls in this place yet. And that'll probably help my ratings and stuff. So whether or not I don't think it's going to pay for itself at all. But we can try. Let's go with like a dark red sort of brick along the backside here. That looks kind of nice. Like a brick accent wall of some kind. Real quick, I want to make sure I don't go in the corner. I don't want to go in the corner. There we go. It's like a red brick accent wall in the back. There we go. And then this floor needs changed too. So we'll say that this floor now goes all the way like that. So the whole floor is done now, okay? Except for in here, and that doesn't matter. So it's kind of like putting everything in a new skin in that way. All right, go back to Grill Me Slowly, schedule, and then we're just going to, today's Tuesday. We're going to extend Libby here. Oh, you guys have flippy-flopped. The order of the register is flipped. And it's not a big deal. I'm just used to the full-time employees being in the top row and the part-times being on the bottom row, but it's fine. And then it's Annabelle Anderson that goes there. Okay, good. So everybody's in. Go. Now you can find cash registers and everything should be fine. So when they order drinks, they'll go get it from here. That's fine. And then we'll get the pizza oven set up over on that side. This does mean they have to walk a little bit further, but again, the aesthetics inside the building does not matter. The amount of walking they have to do to go to the cash register, it does not matter. The only thing that matters is this graph. And you can see when I enter the building, right? When I'm there entering the building and nobody's there, it's gonna ding me. So I came in yesterday around the same time and it does this. I suspect today when I look at the graph, right around 2 o'clock or so, we're gonna see it down because it was closed, but maybe we'll see it in multiples. So, where's hot dogs? Right here. Hot dog grill does 25 a piece. Meh. So that goes up to 50 on that. And I don't know what the pizza oven does, but I mean, we need to get it in there. We need to get the pizza oven running. So I think now might be a good time. Since we have more automation with the warehouses and all that stuff, I think now is a good time to start getting marketing involved. And so we'll go into marketing and we'll say Grow Me Slowly, and I want to do a large internet campaign for $500 a day. I don't know if that's going to pay for itself, but I want to bring as many people in as I can all day, every day. And let's just see how that rocks. Now that we have a sufficient amount of product in a warehouse that's going to be delivered for us, I think this is the best time to go and do that. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to play video games. We're going to go to sleep. We're going to watch our profits tank for one day, and then it'll be hopefully better the next day. Oh, hang on. We got somebody finishing training. So you are the other purchasing agent. I want you to keep right on going. And then did we get a call for HR or no? Did that happen yet? Not yet. Okay. So let's watch our profits be really terrible. Actually, not as bad as I thought it would be. Maybe the hot dogs are making up for it. I don't know. All these alerts are for Charmart because I shouldn't have done it yet. Like I really shouldn't open Charmart yet. I just really wanted to get into this video, and I probably would instead of buying that building and stuff, what I should have done is just said, hey guys, we're gonna make a supermarket. Why don't you give me a name? It's probably what I should have done. 10,000 bucks in the bank. Is it time to bring in the pizza oven? I don't know, man. I mean, if we can sell it, great. You know, if we can sell pizza, that's awesome. But it's also a little bit, well, it's a big question mark. Also, did I walk home? Yeah, I did. My car is left over there. Or the van, I mean, is left over here. Well, if I spend $10,000 on this right now, I just feel like I'm asking for trouble. 10,700. I can't quite do it unless here, let's real quick. Where is it? Jensen Capital. Hey guys. Outside business hours. Fine. Well, you know, we'll wait 20 in-game minutes and get another loan. You know, here's what I'm gonna do. I don't normally save scum, but I really want to see. It doesn't tell me what to expect with this, how many customers it supports, and I feel like you should know that information before you buy it, right? It really should tell you that information before you buy it. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm just gonna save it in our, I'm just gonna save it video 3, and then I'm gonna come over here and grab the pizza oven. I'm gonna call our friends at Jensen Capital, who are now open. I'm gonna get a new loan for $1,000. Big deal. All right, $923, and that will tip me over the mark, where I can then buy the pizza oven, and we can see whether or not, you know, whether or not this is gonna support 30 people or not. I have my doubts. But you know what? Let's science this. Place pizza oven right there. All right. So that's the pizza oven. Go back to the business manager. It only supports 20. That's not worth it at all, guys. You need 2 pizza ovens for a 30 building. That's expensive, man. I mean, pizzas are expensive. That should be 30, man. I'm sorry, but I still hate this system. I've been explained why I did it. I get why I did it this way, but I still hate this system. I do. I wish this was changed. All right, so I'm not gonna allow that to stick. We're not gonna buy the pizza oven until we can buy 2 of them. All right, so I was gonna sleep and stuff for a while, but I slept for like 20 minutes, and 2 contacts came in, and so let's see what we got here. Both of the HR managers are gonna want that $2,200 chair. I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. How about no, Scott? Okay. Got another message. Let's take a look. Hey, any sofa. Bradley Glover. You're my man right there. Yeah, you want any sofa? We can do any sofa. You're hired. You're the one that's not greedy. Can't have a greedy HR manager. No, thank you. Purchasing agent needs to be trained. And Bradley, we're going to train you as well. Let's get you unassigned, also get you on HQ and train. All right. So now we can get those guys training all day, every day until they're really good. And then, of course, the HR manager can then handle the scheduling and everything and everybody's business. When people call in sick, sub them in. We can get extra employees for different businesses, and everybody gets auto-trained and swapped in and out. And that's the beautiful part about HR. So we can go ahead and hit training really quick on that one, and let's hit retraining on you, and we just keep doing this for a second. Okay, so that was a good profit day. We made $5,500. Interesting day. We're up to day 70 now. I've been, you know, I let it run, and I manage the businesses and stuff between cuts a little bit here. So now what I'd like to do, as I've been, you know, letting it run and everything, we also have good training here, as our purchasing agent is up to 87% now, and our HR manager here is up to 64, almost 74%. And I think probably we'll just keep going on Bradley, but we're going to get Isabel on a desk, of course, as soon as she's done here. So let's go ahead and make sure she's got HQ as a uniform. She'll be ready to go. And then we need to get a desk for these two as well. So now that we're, you know, kind of profitable and stable and looking good, I'm just gonna run through the middle of the street here. No big deal. I've also changed the purchase order. The warehouse was running out of goods, at least a little bit. It was running out of goods. I might have to tweak our orders a little bit more here, but you can see how the balance of this stuff is getting really low. And I started noticing that we run out of stuff a lot faster. In fact, we're about to run out of paper bags in a day inside the warehouse. But these are items that are ordered on shipments constantly. And I'm seeing 5 days and 4 days on this stuff. So I've changed our order now by just dumping it and then redoing it. My purchasing agent is now ordering these things every 3 days. And it's 3,000 French fries, 2,500 hot dogs, 600 pizzas, 2,500 hamburgers, 3,000 French fries. I'm also ordering 500 of each fresh food and frozen food because we're eventually going to use it in the grocery store. So we'll have stock available right away. So every 3 days, we're going to bring in 500 of each of these just for a little while. And then 2,500 soda cans is being brought in too. And so you can see like the stock, right? I just now brought these 500 in, but because the last delivery was yesterday. So Saturday was the delivery. So it's been a whole day. Let's see what it is. So after a whole day, we have 2,500 hot dogs in stock after bringing in that many. We're already dipping into our hamburger supply pretty greatly. And I think after this day, we'll probably see that number drop even more. So it's something that needed to happen. We need to do it every 3 days just for a little while. Okay, so the next thing to do is to get office supply stuff. And I think I can get all this stuff from IKEA. I don't need to go clear across town to Mr. Scott's. I can do this with IKEA. Or IKEA. It used to actually be called IKEA. I don't know if there was like a licensing thing or like a name problem thing, but then it was changed. And then it was changed to something else. I forget what it was, but now it's been changed to just IKEA. You don't back in to Costco, okay? I see people do this. They go into like, you know, obviously this isn't Costco, but I see people go to Costco, and sometimes they'll back into the parking spots. And I'm going, if there is one place you do not back into, it's Costco, okay? You want to have... Actually, I don't need this hand truck. Yeah, we want a bigger hand truck anyway. Kind of wish I could put these in the truck. These are nice things to carry around. I did want to see whether or not the really fancy office chairs were available in here. I don't remember the big mesh chairs being available here, but I could be wrong. I do see multi-purpose chairs and these desks. Like, this is what I'm looking to buy, is basically this right here. So we grab the table, we can grab the computer, we can grab the chair, and just like that, we've got everything we need. And then maybe, I don't know, we can even grab a few of these desk plants just to make everybody feel like they're at home, you know? That's gonna give me, actually, wait, no, that's not good. We don't need the desk plants. We can still do it, but it's more important that I have actually 2 sets of chairs, computers, etc., because we're getting the HR agent in addition to the purchasing agent. So there's 2 additional people in that office. So then I could just grab a couple of desk plants, I guess, from there. Okay, so we're going to go to checkout. Hello, sir. $5,000. Thank you. We'll load this in our fancy van. I could have had it delivered, I guess. There's a delivery fee, but I mean, I could have had it delivered. No. I'm getting to the age now where I value convenience over time, you know? I actually have no idea what that means. Valuing it over time, I don't know. These restaurant screens, I just noticing that it specifically says restaurant screens. I'm gonna get 2 of these, pop them in the restaurant, see if that does anything. And then there's a coffee machine here. I'm wondering if there's like a merit to having like, you know, stuff like this. Probably not any merit to having it in my HQ, but in my apartment, which I probably need to get a new apartment anyway. We'll get a loudspeaker for that, and we need a couch, right? He wants any couch, so I'm gonna get one of these fancy Prebin sofas. Yes. Although I'm pretty sure it said any Pretty sure, yeah, they said any sofa, so I probably could get away with one of these instead. Yeah, actually, let's do that. We'll get these two things instead. These are sectionals, so right and left, yep. And then how about we get one of these little plants? Not really all that small, but tall plant. Good. I think that is everything we can fit on this cart. So we will check out with this stuff. And you know, it might be, we're getting kind of close to the time where we could, you know, reasonably get ourselves another apartment, you know? I mean, if you're making $5,000 a day, I think you can afford an apartment in New York City. You know, barely. Let's click this. So that's 16 out of 20. Should we get some stuff for a better apartment?